Alright everybody, welcome back to Sunrider Academy. I am JP III for VamesNow.com, and we are still kind of building stats here. We're on day 4, or the tail end of day 4. We got 6 more days to go before we meet our first requirement, so let's go and raise some morale for the pool club, or the swimming team, whatever they call themselves. This is a problem. She's just like, eh? I'm sorry, for some reason my mouse is kind of tapping out. It's a little bit of a delay, and I think it's just the recorder, because I'm tapping it and it's not going automatically. But it is nice to see some decent water effects. It's actually, the light's actually reflecting off the water. So, that's actually decent. This is a girls' swim club, isn't it? Seriously, what's Ava thinking, assigning a guy to oversee this club? I couldn't imagine that the club members were happy knowing that I was watching their every move. Hope nobody minds me being here during club activities. Sola shook her head. Well, this is a club for girls, right? Sola tugged on my sleeve and pointed to behind the diving platform. A trio of underclassmen were hiding behind the platform. They disappeared as soon as I turned my head and giggled. Yep. Kayto, you forget you're a bishop in a dating sim. You're practically catnip. Huh. What, you mean they say they actually like me? Sola nodded. Really? I couldn't tell whether I should be flattered or embarrassed. I vote for embarrassed. Whatever. I was here in my capacity as the Vice President of the Sunrider Academy Student Council. Again, everything here should be capitalized. I had to get the swim club into compliance before it was disbanded by the school. I couldn't afford to get distracted. Ah, I know proper words. I shook my embarrassment off and did some paperwork on the bleachers. Alright, so we raised morale there, and we are now going to go back into the city. And let's see who we run to at the arcade. Well, no, let's go to the park. Because I don't want to spend any money. At least not right now. Okay, that's actually really nice. Excuse me. It would have more of an effect if the trees were actually blowing with the wind, with the ripples here. But that's actually pretty well done. The grass is kind of painful to look at, but other than that, I really do like the details of all the 3D backgrounds. They did excellent work on all the artwork here. Anyway, how's it going, Kayto? Except for the conversation tree. That needs work. It's Ava, so politics. You have a point for once. I'm walking a small dog. Did I have that small dog when I got out of school? What a busy day. I fell into bed and quickly went to sleep. Yeah, the biggest thing will probably be, because every system works well but the optional conversation trees. And I know that's a whole nother can of worms, but if it's going to be there, they're going to have to put more than just, hey, here's a topic you can talk about without actually showing the conversation. And, you know, you can narrow it down to a couple of different options. And maybe that will happen when you unlock a certain girl's path. But before that, they really, and maybe this is just me, but I would flesh it out a little bit more and let it have some actual depth that the other systems seem to have. Anyway, it's mid-break. I have the day off today. Okay, so while we do that, let's check some progress here. 13 fitness, television, actually doing pretty good. What about clubs? The morale of ever since I showed up, the morale has gone up. The readiness for Kendo is bad, so we're gonna have to check in on them at some point before the demo is over. And we need more members for the science club, so we'll take on that today as well. So, I have the day off today. We will go to the science center because we haven't been there yet and have a visit. Ava, are you stalking me? Are you really? How's it going, Kayto? Excuse me. Now, everything here is a model from the original Sunrider games. You have in the background a packed ship and different alliance ships as well. So that's a nice touch and a nice way to use the assets from the game to keep everything tied together. So it's Ava, so class work. Yeah, I agree. Let's all look at this rock. Alright, let me see here. Let me go to the hall right quick, because I'm interested in seeing. Do we have stats for any of the girls, or do we just hope for the best on that? I'm trying to see if... Yeah, if we just hope for the best on that one, I guess. Alright. Okay, you're fine. I'm gonna stop messing around. We still have more time today, so let's go to the shopping district and go shopping. How much money do... Okay, I have $9, so I can't buy anything. But I like... Okay, each of these, the holo game as a gift, the blanket reduces my stress. The Spacewell cologne, which is an in-joke for all of the Sunrider fandom. 5 plus 5 charisma. So that's for our items list. So that's nice to know that's there. Let's go back to the Ryuvian Shrine and do the tip job this time. And I got us a little bit of money, so that's how we're gonna have to build money. Extracurricular clubs are now in session. We need to build members for the science club, so let's recruit today. And this is, I'm assuming the higher you go, the harder this goal will be to hit, but we're easily going to get our 5 members. Easily. So, since we're here, let's go oversee practice as well for these folks, because we haven't been there yet. Alright, and their readiness is now up, so which is good. And I haven't, since today is an off day, we're going to study, because I am Kayto Shields, with all that implies. It's a nice day for a walk in the library. Yeah, editing, trees, dialogue trees, that kind of stuff. They're gonna have to keep a watch on them. It's vital for the success of this game, because as deep as the systems can be, if the dialogue gets too repetitive, if you can't have an interesting conversation with any of these girls, then you're gonna get bored really fast. But yeah, so far we're doing really well. And this, I don't know, the weather, maybe? I didn't know that. There are giant windows over there, Chigara. You didn't know the weather? Now I'm just blocking the poor girl. Let me stop. It'll be back to school tomorrow. I fell into bed and quickly went to sleep. Alright, we got 4 more days. Lunchtime. Let's go to the cafeteria again. I may run into Ava for the 15th time, but why not? Oh, Solar. What? Oh God, what? I'm gonna go with sports, but that seems like it's more of an aside thing. You know what? It's just a demo. I'm gonna make a joke. I see. No, that was a fail on my part. I'm pretty sure. All right, let's go by. We haven't been by the student council room yet, so let's go report our progress. And I gave her some charisma, so dealing with Ava and the student council gives us charisma. That's nice to know. Exercise. Oh my God. Okay, that was very, very funny. I'm sorry. I would laugh harder, but don't want to cough into the microphone too much. Move the hollow out of the way. Busy day. At some point, I'm going to have to reduce my stress level a little better because stress is getting a little high, and I don't want to lose too much of my luck bonus. So we're going to have to probably take tomorrow off. Well, not tomorrow, today. Day 7. We're probably just going to go straight home. So it's lunch today. Let's go to the courtyard. Because why not? Maybe the birds will attack me again. Nope. Just being a dork. Okay. Intelligence, stress. So yeah, we're going to go... Okay, so I don't have the option to explore. Wait, no, that comes later. I knew that. I are smart. I knew that. So let's go raise some morales of the swimming club. Okay, now we're gonna go home. Let's go home and call it a day. Murray, what are you doing out here alone? You mean out here? In my room? In this house? Where we live? I'm not gonna flirt with my sister. Gossip? You've got to tell me more later. Fine. What a busy day. I fell into bed and quickly went to sleep. Oh yeah, there we go. It reduced our stress a little more, so I'll take that. It's morning. Alright, 2 more days, everybody. We can do this, and we can do this before this all goes out. Where should I eat? I should eat in the courtyard. But while we're doing this and grinding, let me tell you a little bit more about Sunrider. Oh, never mind. I'll do that when I have a break next time. I did not expect to see you here. What coincidence. Sola. Let's see what happens when I flirt with her. You mustn't. Oh, flirting works with Sola. I actually got a full sentence out of her. You flattered me. And I probably raised her stats pretty well as well. So a little more about Sunrider, and this is going to date this video a lot, but I just put out a tweet earlier today about what EVNs will make good board games, and the creator of Ren'Py, the Ren'Py engine, said Sunrider, and he's completely right. For as weak as it is as a, let's oversee some research here. Let's actually do some club work. For as weak as it is as an actual visual novel, I mean, it's really more middling than anything. As a actual strategy game, it's great. And putting it into board game format, I think would be very, very smart if the Love and Space folks are listening. What? The face. Oh, you scared me there, Mr. Manager. Is there something we should do? That last one was an inside joke to the original Sunrider games. Every time you showed up, she would be shocked. Every single time. Is there something troubling you, Chigara? You seem a bit uneasy. Mr. Manager, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? It's my fault that this happened. If only we had recruited more underclassmen before the seniors left, then I wouldn't be the only member. None of this is your fault, Chigara. Besides, it's those good-for-nothing seniors who kidnapped you that never recruited anyone else who were at fault. Yeah, kinda. Anyways, don't worry. I won't let the Science Club get disbanded on my watch. And now I got another girl blushing. I must be doing something right. For some reason, I feel like I can believe in you, Mr. Manager. Speaking of which, why were those seniors so desperate to recruit you anyway? Because she's a super genius. I don't really know. I just happened to visit the lab for Club Recruitment Day. All I did was just tinker with the matter replicator for a few minutes. And then after that, all the members of the Science Club started stalking me, insisting that I joined. They even left 100 messages on my holo, begging me to join. The hell? That sounds like a crime. Seriously, these seniors must have been total assholes. Just then, the gadget with which Chigara was working on started emitting a blue neon light. Yeah? What is that? Ah, this little thing? It's nothing special, but I call it the auto finder. If you ever lose something, You can just tell the finder what you lost and it will automatically float to its location and start beeping. Ah, that's what the hell? That's ingenious! Technically, yes, that is. I just finished it. You can even test it out if you want. I lost my pen the other day. The auto finder beeped and started floating to the corner of the room. I walked over to where it landed and sure enough found my pen. Yep. She should be a billionaire! Good grief. Holy. It works! It found my pen! It must have fell from my coat when I held you yesterday and rolled over here. Chigara! You're a genius! No, I'm just a normal girl, Mr. Manager. No, you're not. You're not a normal girl in any iteration of this game. I grabbed Chigara by the shoulders. If you patented this gadget and sold it, you could become a millionaire. Screw millions, you can make trillions. Screw it, with your talent, you could even start your own tech company. Ah, Mr. Manager. I suddenly realized how close I was to Chigara. I let go of her and calmed myself down, now embarrassed at my outburst. But seriously, the details in her shocked face are the same thing with Asaga's shocked face. It's just so much better and so much more refined than the original game. I let go of her and calmed myself down, now embarrassed at my outburst. Sorry. But really, Chigara, you're a genius. No, I'm not. I honestly have no interest in getting rich or in starting my own tech company. I'd be perfectly happy just living in a quiet town and working at a small bakery. I couldn't help but smile. Don't humor her! This is why we don't have a cure for cancer. This, because geniuses go and make cookies instead of curing cancer. I think I just made Chigara the worst person in the world. You're a nice girl. Stop it, Mr. Manager. I think the spectrometer might need some more maintenance. I'll just get on that. Yes, the spectrometer. Whatever that is. Maintenance. Okay, that was funny. Okay, so we did not finish it. We still got 2 days to go. When we come back, we're just going to grind it out, and I will give you more interesting stuff from Sunrider. Maybe we'll have finished that board game idea if Love and Space is, listening to me in the 5 minute span it's going to take me to record the next video. Anyway, if you like the video so far, leave a like. If you want to comment on how I'm doing, or if you have any ideas of other games I should play, leave a comment. And as always, go to vnsnow.com. That is vnsnow.com for more VNs Now, EVN goodness and stuff. Yeah. Maintenance. See you in the next video.